Hi, I'm Marisa Bryant, and I'm Senior Lay Leader of Eatonton Street this year.
And I'm Susan Smith, and I'm Chairperson of Church Council this year.
You know, there are some things we don't know about Jesus, but one thing we do know is he was a pretty welcoming guy. We all know the Methodist Church is in a time of transition, and that makes it more important than ever that we're creating a really welcoming place for folks to gather in his name. This spring, our church council voted to become a Lighthouse Congregation, and it really wasn't a difficult decision because it just means we're kind of leaning into what we're already doing and being really thoughtful about how we can welcome folks who may be looking for a new church home. Lighthouse congregations are committed to provide worship, discipleship, mission work, communion, and pastoral care. Plus, they're committed to really thoughtfully assessing how we can be more welcoming to folks who may be looking for a new church. Lighthouse congregations are churches where folks who may have left disaffiliating churches or churches who had a difficult vote can find a really peaceful and spiritual and joyful spiritual home that's open to all. There are already 100 Lighthouse congregations in our conference, and I, for one, am really proud that we are one of them.
And I'd like to tell you a little bit about annual conference, which was held in Greenville, North Carolina a couple of weeks ago, in which our pastors and about 10 people from our congregation participated. This is an annual gathering of representatives, half clergy, half laity, from United Methodist churches all around the eastern part of North Carolina. Over the 3 days, participants took up the work of the North Carolina Annual Conference. We heard many reports about the exciting things happening around our conference, from laity and churches throughout the conference, including youth, about the ways they're making disciples in their communities, and from the Methodist Home for Children and camping ministries, about the ways they are showing the love of Christ to children across our state. We heard from combined church reports about the increases in new professions of faith and baptisms. These are just a few of the many exciting things we heard about. We spent time in worship and prayer. We listened to encouraging words from well-known pastor and author Reverend Adam Hamilton. We heard financial reports, and we made decisions about the 2025 conference budget, slightly reduced as a result of disaffiliating congregations, but we're still funding those important ministries like the Methodist Home for Children and camping ministries. And we made decisions about other financial matters and churches requesting disaffiliation. We learned about new pastoral appointments and closed the conference with the commissioning and ordination of pastors, one of whom is in a same-sex civil marriage. As the model of conferencing, which shapes the United Methodist Church, it was 3 days filled with fellowship, worship, tedious work, challenging discussions, decisions, and discernment, shaping the future of the North Carolina Annual Conference as we continue to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. We invite you to see for yourself what those of us who were delegates were able to experience firsthand by going to the annual conference website at the address shown on your screen. And of course, if you want to learn more about annual conference, don't hesitate to talk to us, our pastors, other people who served as delegates for our church. We are excited about the future of the annual conference and Eatonton Street's role in it as United Methodist.